Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me live today. Say hello as you are popping in. Let me make sure I don't have my chat. Here we go. All right. Want to make sure I can see the chat. So thank you so much for popping in. Let me know what has you able to hang out with me at 1 o'clock, well, at least 1 o'clock my time on a Thursday. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Super excited. And if you are live right now with me, let me know if you can actually hear me. I just want to make sure I had to do some things, set up some things a little bit differently. So I just want to make sure I did everything correct. But I'm looking at everything. I should be good to go. So welcome in. I'm going to give it just a few moments and we're going to kick everything off. Very, very low key, laid back live stream. And as the title says, how real women are earning real income online. As you can see, the banner on my, or should I say the banner on my live stream, we're going to talk about 20 income streams. We are going to talk about how you will get everything that you need to help you in succeeding. And the big topic of discussion is, for today anyways, is finding a faster way to start earning. You likely have heard the meaning of insanity. Let me know, right? Put a 1 in the live chat if you've heard and you know the meaning of insanity. Basically, doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So I've been online for a lot of years. Let's just say that. And when I first got started, I started making money really quickly. And I started building up really a really nice amount of extra income while I was still working full time as a nurse. I was earning upwards of $6,000 a month before I even thought about going flex. And that was actually my husband's idea. So I had established that I could make money, that I knew how to make money. And I found my unique groove. Over the years, I have helped a lot of people get their start with making money online as well through the various, programs and businesses that I have been a part of. I've helped, a percentage of people go on to make really, really good money, pay their own way. And, some have even gone on to earn, their six-figure freedom online. But on the other side of things, I also saw a lot of people fail. And for me, I was one of those people where when it came to what I do online, like I didn't pay attention to the meaning of insanity. I really thought that if I just kept doing what I am supposed to do, right? Show up, share my journey, introduce people to the things that were working for me, and create systems and create communities and create ways for people to be able to model what I was doing, right? I just thought that eventually the cream that was going to rise to the top would basically again catch on. And again, that did happen for a percentage of people. And it wasn't until very, very recently where I realized that my way of making money online, not that I hadn't already known there were other ways to make money online clearly, but that I could position myself in such a way where I could steadily earn the way that I wanted to earn, which is more of the affiliate digital reseller route. Love recommending products that I don't have to create from scratch. Love being the product of products. And when they benefit me, going out there and recommending them to other people and being able to make money in that way. But what I realized was a lot of what I was doing, people had to do the same thing I was doing, right? Like they could come into these programs and they could like learn about digital marketing. They could learn about, how to be successful online. But the core way that they would go on to make money is by actually reselling, right, the same products, right, or the same program. And for a lot of people, some people have tried and it just wasn't their thing and they failed or they gave up or they're steadily trying. And for other people, they wanted other avenues of earning, right, either wanting to go faceless or wanting to do more behind the scenes, styles of earning. And I've never been an authority when it came to those things. And so I've never been able to have platforms or trainings or anything like that in an organized way where I could do my thing and I could refer people to, again, really good opportunities to help them in being able to earn their way. And recently I came across a program, I came across a community. And the thing that really, really stood out for me was the fact that they offered 20 different income streams. And again, like that was my trigger word, right? I was like 20 different income streams because I'm very accustomed to digital marketing courses, right? Like so many of them now are more of the high ticket affiliate. So very, very accustomed to like all of these digital marketing courses. Not only did I build my own community around the very first digital marketing course with Master Resale Rights, but I've also purchased quite a few of these courses over the years. And I never felt good actually introducing people to them because for one reason or another, like it just wasn't in alignment with me. Right. And I think it really is because they were no different than what I already had. So it was like, why introduce people to something else, right? That is exactly like what I already offer, which is digital marketing training, right? And teaching people how to create content to sell the programs or to sell the opportunities that they're a part of. And again, I love that way of earning for me. But my goal and my mission is to help a lot more people get to a place where they are earning full time online. And I know that in order to do that, I've got to be positioned in a way where I'm able to do what I do, right? But that I'm also able to set other women up with opportunities that really do jive with them so that they do have a fair shot, a really, really fair shot of getting out of this exactly what they want. And so, like many courses prior, right, I decided to invest into this. I decided to invest in it to peak in it. Like outside of what I was doing in my own community, I was never sold on anything. So oftentimes when I would invest into something, right, it's kind of like, let me peek in this, like, let me see like what this really is all about. And once I got inside and I saw that this was so much bigger than just digital marketing. This was so much bigger than just faceless content. This was so much bigger than just like learning how to make money online. But they really stood behind the promise of teaching you, right, a variety of different income streams so that no matter what your personality type was, no matter how you want to earn, no matter how much time on your hands you have or how little time on your hands you have, whether you ever want to show your face or ever build a brand, or maybe you're a lot like me and you're like, no, Steph, I would love to do exactly what you do. It's like no matter how you want to earn online, you're able to do that. And then what was even bigger, and this is where, again, the meaning of insanity. And I'm kind of doing this live stream here today because I know that there are people in my immediate audience, in my immediate community that might not really understand like why I made the switch, not why I just added something right to my portfolio, but why I am doubling down on this particular program. And it's because it gives me the ability to be able to help a lot more people really start to make money. And so once I dove in, and not only did I see that they really did teach these income streams, and we're talking about teaching you these various income streams from people that are already earning like multiple four figures a month from these individual income streams. All right. So if you're just popping on, say hello, would love to know like who's out there. Drop a one if you're someone where you already know that making money online like is your thing. Like you already know you're going to be successful, but maybe you're just lacking the resources. Maybe you're lacking the tools. Maybe again, you're trying to connect all the dots because nothing truly has, been in alignment with helping you like really, really go for it and to start making money quickly. Let me tell you something. I say quickly because it does not have to take a long time. It really doesn't. And I'm seeing that again, meaning of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. And that was me. I really thought that if I just kept showing up, if I kept, again, going live and teaching like until I was blue in the face, and that's what I'm notorious for is teaching. I'm not going live anymore to teach because I don't have to. I'm going live now and I'm creating my content now to be a tour guide, right? For more women that are like, this is my year to earn full-time online. I want to let you know what's available to you. Right. I want to be an inspiration to you as someone that has come online, right, has been able to replace a full-time income and has gone on to build 6 figures a year. Right. Like I want to let you know there is a place for you, even though it might not be exactly what you see me do. There is a place for you. Hey, my girl, Megan, good to see you. And so for me, right, I had to get real with the meaning of insanity. Okay. Now here's where it was really hard for me. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I know everyone goes through their own isms and schisms when it comes to deciding to make an investment into self. deciding to go in a different direction or to try something new. I know what that feels like, right? And as someone that is a leader, right, that actually had her own community, I made all of my decisions last year based upon the good of the community. Gave from my abundance, gave a ton of stuff. Like, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I'm saying, like, it was hard to make a decision that maybe this isn't the best, right, for people. If I'm seeing people come in, right, but the volumes aren't actually achieving their end result, which is actually making money. And I'm sitting here in this community and I'm watching women and I'm seeing the testimonials, right, of women that are like 1 month in, right, and I've already, made $1,000, or already made $2,000, or I landed my first gig, or, whatever. And it's not because they're reselling. Some are, right, but so many are finding success quickly because they simply established and found, right, a way of earning that just makes a lot of sense for them. For me, right, that was everything. And I just had to get to a place where I'm like, you know what, Steph, you've got to be honest about it, right? Like, if your desire to really, really help people, right, then you just simply have to be honest about what this is. Because just like you tell other people, right, if you keep doing the same thing, you can't expect a different outcome, right? Like, if you keep sitting on the sidelines, right, telling yourself tomorrow or next week or whatever, like, what's ever going to change? Well, for me, I had to get real with the fact of, like, I'm not going to keep showing up and teaching until I'm blue in the face, right? Like, showing up and, being there and cheerleading a bunch of people until I'm blue in the face, and steadily see people coming in, right? But not enough people celebrating real financial breakthroughs and wins. And y'all, can we be honest? Like my girl Megan, like, that's not the point of all of this. It's not just invest into our education, not just to say we want to make money online, right? But to actually invest into things that help us and to be able to turn right back around and start having success for ourselves. And literally, a lot of people don't realize, but it broke my heart. It broke my heart as I saw people out there, literally, like, lack of better term, spinning their wheels, creating the content, right? Again, day after day after day after day, right? And knowing they're getting no closer to the actual outcome that they desire, which is cash flow. And then I come in here and the inspiration to see and the empowerment to see that there are people in here that are figuring it out. For some people, let's talk about it for a second, right? Because depending upon where you are on your journey and what you want out of this, right? Again, it makes a difference with how you see things. But there are some people where never invested into anything, and this was their first attempt at anything. And I feel like they're very lucky. They're very fortunate that this program could be their very, very first attempt. But there are other people, okay, and I'm saying this because sometimes I don't think people, like, understand when someone like myself, like, as a leader, who had her own community, again, has been in a lot of things, that when a leader pops up and says, like, this is why I'm pivoting, this is why I'm doing this, that they also decided to invest in themselves, right? Like, they also decided to take a chance. They also decided that, no, the buck stops here, like, something's got to change. They still made the hard decision, right? Like anyone else has to make in their life. And sometimes I think people just really, really don't understand that. But what was a huge eye-opener for me is that I have seen the volumes of stories, both from live streams that I have participated in, right, as well as right from within the community, of women that are like, you know what, I purchased 8 courses, right, and like none of them moved the needle for me. I came here, right, and again, $40,000 in just a couple of months, right? I was having success in another program, but everyone else that I brought in struggled. Very, very few found success, right? And it's like, when I started hearing those stories, I was like, wait a second. So that's not just me. Like, I was feeling like there was something wrong with me. I was like, is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with the way I'm building my community? Is there something wrong with the way I'm showing up? Is there something wrong with, again, what's, like, literally? And I think that's why last year was probably one of my worst years in business in a very, very long time, because I was so concerned with, like, what's wrong? Why is this working for me, but it's not working for others? And so a little bit of guilt kicks in, and then you end up spending so much more of your time trying to figure out, like, how do I make this work for other people? And I feel like lucked up, maybe, or I was fortunate, or it was destined, however you want to look at it, to be introduced to something where, again, it just makes a whole lot of sense, right? For someone that's really serious about deciding to earn their full-time income online this year, because you can do it. You can do it. This is not just woohoo. This is what I'm actually seeing, what I'm experiencing. Earning for me has become easier, right? Again, because I'm so fired up, because I believe so much in what it is that I'm offering, because I know with complete integrity, I can say, if you don't want to do what you see me do, okay, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to convince you to overcome your fears. I'm not going to convince you that going live, right, is the only way you're going to make money. I'm not going to convince you that you must get on video if you want to make money online. I'm not going to convince you that you've got to decide to do what it is that I do. I'm going to say, well, then get started here, because we teach you 20 different income streams. We teach you all of the hottest platforms to market on. You're going to be connected with women that are already earning multiple 4 figures, even 5 figures a month, right? With things like Amazon, with things like brand deals, with things like UGC, right? 84-year-old grandma making $2,000 a month from letter writing. Like, I'm going to tell you, there is a path for you, right? If you can decide to make the decision to go for what it is that you want, right? Invest in yourself. And here's the thing about investing in yourself when it comes to this, is that something I've always believed in right from the time I came online as a brand new person, is I was never opposed to investing in myself, because I always realized that when I invested in myself, there was always going to be something that I would be able to get out of that investment to make me better. And then I was going to either acquire knowledge or develop new skills that no one would ever be able to take away from me, right? Now, I've been online a long time, and there have been very, very, very few opportunities where like I didn't get out of it what I wanted to get out of it in terms of like money. But there have been times where I was like, well, maybe, this is the one I'm going to do forever, but I was still able to take something away from this. And that's what I love about this. Even though I don't need to dive into like all of these income streams right now, I love knowing that they are there. So if at any time I'm like, well, I want to learn how to start doing brand deals, or I want to learn how to do UGC, or I want to learn how to do Amazon reviews, right? Or if someone in my world, my real world offline, like, Steph, what is it that you do? It's like, I really have a spot where I can say, if you want to make money online, right, there is a place that's not just going to teach you digital marketing skills. Like, that's fantastic. Okay. And digital marketing, when it comes to like the make money online crowd over the past few years, right, it's kind of put like a warped sense of what digital marketing actually is. It's so much bigger than just reselling a course. That's not digital marketing. You use digital marketing skills to help you in making money, right? But there are a lot of people that are actually making money that you will never see their face. You will never see them on video. You will never even know that they exist, but they've been able to supplement their incomes. They've been able to walk away from jobs, right? And there's a lot of people out there that are even earning 6 figures doing a lot of these more quiet income streams, right? Like it really, really is a thing. And so for me, like, I love knowing those things are there, so that if I ever do want to add or stack an income stream into my business, I don't have to look outward, that I can get exactly what I need right within this program, right, to help me stack my income, right? Or even just for GWiz, even just for GWiz. So again, let me know like what has you here. Let me know if you do have any, if you've been on my email list, or you've been a part of my world, a part of my community, wanting to know more about this. Like, feel free to drop any questions, that you have here. But what I actually want to do is I do want to share a little bit more, like actually show you behind the screens. And down below in the description, you'll see 2 links. One link will take you directly over to the program where you can learn all about it. The sales page where you can learn all about it. And another link will actually give you a sneak peek where you can actually get a walkthrough from me. I walked through the entire program. And then you'll also be able to get a live replay of one of the insider calls that we did on Thursday. Now, when you register for the sneak peek, right, I will also notify you tonight of our live call. All right. So if you've been someone that's been on the fence, I don't know the particulars. All I know is that the owner made an announcement yesterday that she's doing something big for Valentine's Day, and that after the call tonight. So you got to stay on the call, right? If you want to know what it is, because I don't even know what it is. I don't know if she's going to be running a flash sale. I don't know if she's going to be offering something extra, but she said after the call, right, she's going to make a time-sensitive announcement. So if you want to like tune into that, right, go ahead and register for the sneak peek, and then I will email you the actual link where you can join us live tonight. All right. But I actually want to show you, 'cause in my email that I sent out to my list, I said that I was going to actually show proof. All right. So I'm going to take you behind the screen. And as you can see, up on my screen, it shows 20 income streams, right? Active training community. I'm just going to be real and transparent here. All right. Because I don't think a lot of people understand. It was really, really hard for me to concede that I failed. Really hard for me just to kind of realize that I failed at my attempts to grow my community, that the outcome that I wanted for others, it just didn't happen, right? Not in the volume. How there have been people that have come in and then have taken the education and gone on to do crazy things for themselves? Absolutely. How there have been people that came in, right, and were able to make thousands of dollars by reselling our actual community? Absolutely. Right. But for me, I want the success stories that I see happening within this community. Right. And I realize that if I just didn't get bold about it and get honest about it, that I would be doing people that might follow me, that might still want to know what it is that I'm doing. Why this sudden, why this abrupt, change. And for you, it might seem like it's abrupt, but for me, it's not, because I did a lot of due diligence before I even decided to share it with other people, because I wanted to know this was really going to be the thing. And then even in that, I didn't share it the way that I should have shared it right out the gate, because again, I still had to face the fact that I'm the owner of a community, right? But by the same token of knowing that people depend on me to do the right thing there, right, as I have been, I know that people also depend upon me to do the right thing when it comes to the longevity of making money online and helping them actually get what it is that they want. What I will tell you is no matter where you are in the make money online process, whether you're someone that's never invested a dime, and it's something you're fearful of or whatever, you just haven't for whatever reason, maybe you haven't found the right program, the right person, whatever, and you've never invested a dime, right? You do have to invest in yourself, right? If making money online is what you want to do. Even if you were to go out there and say, well, Steph, I want to learn how to use Amazon, right? Or make money on Amazon, but I don't want to invest into your program. Trust me on this, you're going to invest money at some point. You're going to give of your time, you're going to invest your energy, right? You're still going to invest. And the one thing that I love is not only do we offer the 20 income streams, but a live training community. And what that basically means is as you're learning these skills or these income streams, you don't just have the modules that teach it, but you're able to connect with the people that have actually taught these modules that are already earning, like I said, off a lot of them multiple 4 figures a month, right? From a lot of these, silent deals. You're able to connect with and collaborate with people and communicate with people, right? That are, again, actively in the trenches, making money in these individual ways. And then for someone like myself, if you're a lot like me, where you enjoy making money by affiliating yourself with really great resources that your audience can benefit from, you don't have to ever feel like you're the expert in order to recommend people to all of these income streams. All you have to do is decide to be a bridge, right? All you have to do is decide to be the connector, right? If this turns out to be the way that makes sense for you to make money online, you can run in the way that you want to make money. And if you ever do want to offer it as an affiliate, again, all you got to do is just share your own personal experiences, right? And let people know that they can come in and they can find their own unique groove. Even if you decide to go out there and again and be, a 6-figure affiliate marketer, digital reseller like myself, right? It doesn't mean that the people you introduce this to have to go out there and do the same thing for themselves. And what I love about the active community aspect of it is when I pivoted from my own coaching business into digital reselling back in 2023, one of the power plays that all of us did was we gave people free mentorship. So it's join the program and you'll also get free mentorship from me. You'll get free coaching, right? I'll give you my firstborn child. It was like we were trying to validate the fact that you'll need me, right? Once you buy this course, right? And for a lot of that was true. Why? Because people were struggling with actually reselling. Right. And so that's where the disconnect was. I love knowing with this, I don't have to offer free mentorship. I don't have to promise or give the world, because I know once someone comes in here, right, they're going to go to module 0 and they're going to be guided step by step through exactly how to make the most and get the most out of this program for what they want. Because one of the first things that they do in module 0 is they take a quiz, 5 questions. And after you answer those 5 questions, it's going to tell you the suggested way for you to start making money. And then all you got to do is go to those individual modules, right? Learn that income stream. Again, follow through, right? And again, start getting yourself set up to earn in that way. If you want to make money, as an affiliate, an entire affiliate module, right? That shows you exactly how to get this program set up so that you can resell it for 85% commissions. And guess what? If you don't want to set it up, they offer free setup, right? So you look up and your Stan store, your Beacon store has been set up for you so that you can begin offering this. Again, I've just never seen something where I have complete confidence in knowing that I can recommend this, that I can literally have, the life that I want, the business that I want, and that Megan comes in. I'm not worried about if I'm not in daily contact with Megan, she's going to fail. I'm going to say this hand on heart. I really believe that the only way you fail is if you come in and you never go to module 0. You come in, right, and you just never decide to dive in. You never pick an income stream. You have to decide to willfully not be an active participant. All right, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. All right, so this is the actual community. All right, so right now we have 6,917 members. We grow by really impressive numbers every single day. It's really amazing. I love seeing the growth. All right, so this is the actual community. When you come in, okay, this is where, updates are made, where people can say Amazon testimonial, letter writing, again, just people asking questions or saying, hey, I need help or whatever. There's that aspect of it. All right. And then there is the classroom. I want to take you over to the testimonies just for a second so you understand what I was talking about. All right. This is what got me so fired up. And I love knowing that I don't have to just lean on. So for anyone that really does enjoy sharing, it's you don't have to just lean on your own testimonies or your own feedback, that you can actually come in here and leverage the testimonies and the success stories and the wins, right, of other people in the community. And again, that's something that unfortunately I just did not have within my community. I didn't have it. I had my success, right? And every so often I would have the success of somebody that came in and made a few $1,000s quickly, or that used the training to help them go on to create their own digital products. Right. But again, that gets very, very old, right? It gets really, really hard where everything that you share, it's all about your success, because then again, what do people have, right? They have to wonder, well, can I do what you're doing, Steph? Right. And that's one thing I always say is, if you want to be successful, it's not about if he or she can do it, but are you willing to do what they did? Okay. And in this instance, I'll share something with you. So my mentor, the person I actually joined Boss Suite with, she did $1 million in, I think, her first 13, 14 months online, right, with digital marketing, not just with Boss Suite, because she created Boss Suite, but she was in another digital marketing course first. Again, the exact same reason why she created something. She had a bigger vision, and she was tired of people struggling, again, with trying to just resell. She wanted something bigger, right? So a combination, right, of everything she was involved in, right? She made, I think, just over $1 million in just over a year. But as I looked at her, I'm not sitting here thinking, I want to earn $1 million in the next 12 months. And if she can do it, I can do it. Literally, I had to break down, how did she do it? Right? One reason why I'm live today, one reason why live streaming is going to be a really, really big foundation moving forward, because that's how she did it. Right? That is how she did it. She went live every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Now, you might be looking at that and saying, that's not what I want. But for me, I have really, really big goals for myself. For others, I want to inspire other people that are ready to earn full-time online. I want to inspire them to take that step out there and to position themselves to start doing that. For me, I have a lot bigger goals, right, for the next 12 to 24 months for myself and for my husband. Right. And so for me, I'm okay, so if I want something more for myself, then again, meaning of insanity, I'm not just going to sit back and try to make the other things that I've been doing work for me on a bigger scale. right? If not only Madison, but other women have gone on to earn like multiple six figures, right? In their very, very first year of being online. And they all say they did it by live streaming, right? Like to me, that's my green light. Okay, well, that's the move for me to make, right? So it's like whatever outcome you want, you're going to find people within the community that have latched onto a way of earning that you're going to be able to use as either a testimony, a success story, or inspiration that if you will do what they do, that you can have the success that they have as well. So right here, the very first one here was Amazon testimonial. I tried to search, but didn't see what I was looking for. Let me see. Maybe she's looking for a testimonial. This, yeah, that's not a testimonial. She's looking for something. So UGC and selling the course. I started on Friday, literally 6 days ago. I made a sale last night. And this week I got not one, but 2 UGC gigs. So this is someone that has opted to not only resell the course, but has also opted for UGC, right? And they just got started, made their first sale, so essentially almost got their money back, right? And on top of that, 2 UGC gigs. That should also tell you how easy it is to go through the actual modules and to decide to get an income stream set up. You guys, I can't tell you on a weekly basis, when I send out emails, people that have been on my email list for like years in a lot of instances, you know, they're like, Steph, can you finally help me get going, right? You see how fast some of these people are electing to get started? Right? They come in, they invest, but then they use what's actually in the program to help them find their own groove and to learn what they've got to learn to get something going. They don't sit on the sidelines trying to figure things out, right? They dive in because it's already there. It's already proven. It's already vetted. Like that's what I love. And that's what I want to get more people to really, really understand and see. She says one, that is $300 a month. So one of her UGC gigs is going to be paying her $300 a month. You see how we can stack this? And this is just the beginning for her. $24,000 in January. I'm a full-time working mama that made $24K in the month of January, all because I took a chance on myself and learned the skills to make money online, right? So this person likely probably did it through reselling, affiliate marketing, right? That was her chosen path. And so again, you just come through here and I love it because like every week I can come through here and just pick out a handful of testimonies and actually use them, right, as proof of what's really, really going on in here. First UGC gig, when made a sale from content while giving my son a bath. It was really nice having $423.87 pop up on my phone. And the thing is, what I like about this is, you have people in here that, stop sharing my screen for a second. You have people in here that, again, newer to this, as well as people that are very seasoned. But again, a lot like my story, they were tired of seeing their customers fail, right? Or they wanted something more expansive to be able to stand behind because, you know, the game of just selling digital marketing courses has actually gotten like it's not as powerful anymore. Why? Because so many people were not having success, right? The game is changing because now people want to learn other ways of actually earning online. All right. So again, the success is being had. People are winning. And for me, that is absolutely everything. So I just want to encourage you to look at what you want out of this. Look at where you are right now on your journey, right? Are you someone that scrolls, right, hours out of the day looking for a way to start making money online? There's something that you want to change in your life. That was me when I first got started, when I was working full-time as a nurse. Like all of my downtime, I was online. I remember working I worked the swing shift. And so before I went to work, I so vividly remember, right? I was in the forums. I was on MySpace, right? Like I was just trying to find a way that I could use the internet as a way of making money. And when I found that first opportunity and it made sense for me and I knew other people needed to know about it, I used the inspiration from other people that were already out there on YouTube and I just started doing what they were doing. Like I had my source of inspiration, right? And I just went for it, right? So maybe that's you. You're doing a lot of scrolling right now. You're trying to figure out like what's going to be the best avenue, what's going to be the best income source, like what's going to be the best way for me to get started. I think one of the most reassuring things right now is knowing that you can be, and like someone can inspire you. I might inspire you as I've inspired a lot of people. And it literally like, it breaks my heart a little bit when I know I inspired them, but everything in them never wanted to do what it was that I was doing. They love the idea of learning these skills and learning how to make money, but they never wanted to do what I did. Therefore, they never got their business off the ground. And again, and I love knowing that no matter where someone is and what they want out of it, if they want to build a big brand, a big magnetic brand, they can. If they want to go faceless, they can, right? If they want to be so far behind the scenes where it feels like you're not even working online, right? But you're using the Wi-Fi and connection, right, to actually do your stuff, that you absolutely can, right? That's what this is about for me. Or maybe you're someone, again, where you've been in the game, you've invested into courses, right? But something feels disconnected, something's not clicking, something has not been in alignment. Maybe you want to serve people and help people in a bigger way. Maybe you want to stand for something, right? Just a little bit more than just, get out there and resell something. This is such a good fit, whether you're just getting started and know absolutely nothing, right? Or whether you're a little bit more seasoned and you're just looking for something with a little bit more substance. The one thing that I got out of this for myself is, a lot of times people give a definition to, a lot of times you'll hear like the soft life, right? The quiet way of building business. And I think for a lot of people, you've got to give that definition, right? The soft life for a lot of women, again, very much so behind the scenes, right? Like they would say going live, right? Like that is not a way to soft life. They would equate that to like hustling. And for me, like literally when I was up this morning, I was on my treadmill. I'm like, you know what? Even though like for me, I don't call like my business a soft life business, but if I had to tell you my definition of doing business my way, where it feels soft, where it feels light, or where it feels easy, it literally would be being able to get up every single morning. First off, waking up to sales. And I always tell people, I don't know why people buy from me oftentimes when I'm sleeping, but I realize it's because I know I attract a lot of women, right, that are up late at night scrolling, that are up late at night reading emails, that are up late at night watching videos. Like I get the reports from them, discovered your channel, or I've been watching your videos, right? So I know why it happens. So let me break down like my definition of like soft, quiet, ease, right? Like literally doing business my way. Getting up in the morning, realizing I already made 2 or 3 sales. Getting up, right? Hitting my treadmill, spending anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour, right? Getting my first hot girl steps in for the day, right? Having breakfast with my husband if we're set to have breakfast for the day, right? Get ready, sit down, go live for 45 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, however long, right? Help another few people decide they want to get started on this journey, and to know for the most part that I'm done for the day. That is soft for me, right? That is easy for me. Why? Okay, I'm going to talk about it. Because for me, the biggest goal right now is cash flow. The biggest goal for me, right, is not setting myself up for money 12 months from now. The biggest goal for me is cash flow right now. And the easiest way for me to be able to do that, right, is again by the routine that I've established and that I know that works in my business, that allows me to work the least amount of time to connect with people in such a way that allows me to be able to generate sales by helping people inside of my business, right? And again, just repeating that day in and day out. So I want you to think about like, what has you searching right now? What has you scrolling? What has you on this live stream? What is it that you want out of this? Or what has you watching this replay? Right? What is it that you actually want out of this? And if you're working full time right now, you're like, I would love to know that I could just, dedicate a couple of hours a day or a night to my business, and I'd be able to not only get it up and running, but start earning. I'm telling you, you can find it here. And you don't have to do anything like what I'm doing if you don't want to. Okay, as you can see on the screen, what you can look forward to getting from me is me sharing my journey, right, to how I've been able to earn upwards of $10,000 plus a month. Again, by recommending people to things that I absolutely find helpful and useful for me. But now what I love knowing is that any woman that says, I want to learn how to build up a full-time income online this year, I know the ticket for them, right? The module for them is right within Boss Suite. It's right within this community. Never have felt that confident being able to say that to someone. So if you do have any questions, feel free to drop in the live chat. I know that it's light today. I haven't been live in like forever. And I know it's the middle of the day, so I don't expect YouTube to push this out to as many people. But I'll be going live a heck of a lot more. It's going to be the foundation of my actual business. Might be going live on other platforms as well. All right. But I want you really just, if anything from this live today, is to really think about what it is that you want, right? And ask yourself, are you ready and willing to go get it? The time's going to go by anyways. When I look at this and I see how many women, right? And yes, we even have men in Boss Suite as well. And they're pumped up, they're excited. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to launch a men's module here really, really soon, where that module will be geared specifically for men, right? Getting started with making money online. The creator of the program, her husband, has actually started making money with UGC and I think also Amazon reviews, as well as he has his own TikTok, right? So it's like he's diving into the affiliate side of this as well. That's so exciting. So exciting. And the newest model that we released was, I think it's faceless, something with faceless. Let me tell you right now. And again, if you have any questions while I'm here for the next few minutes, just let me know. Shoot. Let me see. Yeah, faceless with AI. So basically, how to set up a business where again it's completely faceless, but you're using AI. So like you're actually building out your own faceless avatar, right? So it'd be like almost like someone doing a video or reels, right? And you would think like it was a human person, right? But it's actually AI. So we just launched a module that shows you again from start to finish how to actually, build this out for you if that's the way that you want to do business. As you know, right now it's really, really hot. There are AI influencers that are making tons of money, on these various platforms. And there's a variety of ways that you can actually use AI in your business when it comes to avatars, to either help you in your business, assist you with showing up, all kinds of things. And so that was a new module that was released as well. So yeah, everything is here. So if you do have any questions, first up, I would tell you is go down below, go ahead and grab the sneak peek. You're going to get about a 13-minute walkthrough from me. I walk you through the entire platform, all of the modules. And one thing I will tell you about the modules that really impressed me this week while I was coming back from church, I was actually listening to one of the modules on magnetic messaging. And gosh, I had to take so many notes once I got home. It was a great refresher for me. And again, I learned some things and was refreshed on some things that I just forgotten about. It just made me better. But what I realized while I was going through that module, I'm like, I've been online all of these years. And I can remember a point in time where I invested into a money mindset style program and it was $997. And what was covered in this magnetic messaging module was essentially what was covered in that $997 course. Of course, that $997 course, every lesson was shared over a week, right? So it's like the creator would go live and, share it live. And there might have been a little bit more depth to it, right? But the context, the instructions, like, again, how to create magnetic messaging. I'm like, I paid $1,000 years ago, right, for this kind of information. And as I, start to dive deeper and deeper into a lot of these modules, I know that's exactly what I'm going to find. The Facebook module, absolutely amazing. So if you're someone that, and I say that because I know my age group and I attract a lot of people that are my age, very, very accustomed to Facebook, right? Like I've made a lot of money. I've acquired a lot of customers. I've made a lot of sales in my business over the years on Facebook. And Facebook is on and popping. Like it's a thing, right? In a really, really big way right now. A lot of courses out there only touch the surface of Facebook because there's not a whole lot of people in that younger crowd, right, that were really rocking Facebook. I was completely blown away with the Facebook module. So if you're someone where it's like you don't want to commit to like doing videos, but maybe you love the affiliate idea of this, you love being able to earn $507 every time you refer someone to this, right, as maybe one way of earning, and you want to do it on Facebook, oh, your mind's going to be blown with the Facebook module alone. And you're also going to learn how to monetize your Facebook, meaning not make money from what you sell, but how to allow your content, right, to make money for you, right, through the actual Facebook monetization program. So again, I just cannot say enough about this program because it really, the best way I define it is it helps you find your groove. And I know for a fact that women that struggle with making money online is because they never really settle into their groove. The reason why I was able to make my first sale on day number 3 and why I did exceptionally well when I first got started is that I lucked up on my groove right away, which was essentially referral marketing. right? Whether you want to look at that as affiliate marketing or digital reselling, basically referring people to things that I believed in. Right. And that's one of the things that I've taught over the years is, again, like having that feeling like more people need this, right? I bring that to my content, right? And again, that's how I'm able to sell the things that I sell because I genuinely believe that more people need this. And so for me, right, I took the quiz and it confirmed, right, that affiliate marketing, referral marketing, digital reselling, right up my alley, right up my alley. All right. So if you have any questions, definitely do let me know. But take the first step, do the sneak peek, right? And if you have any questions, you can just hit reply on that email. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And then look out for an email tonight for our actual live insider call. And like I said, stick around until the end because she's going to be making a special announcement. Like I really wish she would have told us like what she's going to be announcing. So it literally is a surprise, I believe, to everybody. But limited spots, she said. And so who knows? It might be a sale. It might be extra stuff. Who knows? So if you've been on the fence, again, feel free to reach out, let me know, but I would definitely be on the call tonight. All right. So I really do hope that you're leaving better. Make sure you do subscribe. Feel free to click on notifications if you're not on my email list. That way, when I do go live, you'll be hopefully notified. I know YouTube can be kind of sketchy when it comes to notifications, but hopefully you will be notified. And if you do want to learn more directly about the Boss Suite, the link is down below underneath this video as well. You'll be able to see the different income streams. Again, just a real breakdown of what the program is all about. I look so forward to seeing you in my next live stream or in one of my up and coming videos. And I really hope to see you inside of the Boss Suite. Like if again, you're that person where you're like I know I'm destined to make money online. Like I know I want more for myself. I'm ready to go for this. Like you're not going to find a better community to gain the information or to gain the skills and the education that you need to help you start earning in a way, again, that fits you, that suits you. You're not trying to fit into a mold, right? You actually get to decide what mold you want to play in and learn specifically how to actually do that. And again, if you want to stack your income from there, you absolutely can. So have a fantastic night. I hope that you come and hang out with us tonight. And I look so forward to helping you earn online this year.